Hey, welcome to Sports Talk 60. Tonight we're in beautiful Comstock Park, Michigan at Fifth Third Park for the West Michigan Whitecaps A affiliate team.
Right, this is a beautiful ballpark, family friendly, and tonight is Star Wars night.
And our whole show is going to be about the West Michigan Whitecaps, the A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers.
Right, and they're playing the Lansing Lugnuts, so we're going to see two teams that are based right here close by us, right in Michigan at one time.
And tonight we have interviews with Patrick Leyland, the catcher for the Whitecaps, son of Jim Leyland.
Right, and we have Colin Kaline, who is grandson of Al Kaline.
And we got some fan on the streets. We have a media interview with Ben Chiswick, the radio announcer for the Whitecaps, and we got a lot more fun tonight.
Right, there's plenty going on actually around here, and we got plenty going on for you on this episode.
Yeah, it's a hot night here for baseball. We're going to see the Lansing Lugnuts and the West Michigan Whitecaps. We're going to have a bunch of fun tonight.
Yep, right here on Sports Talk 60.
Your Detroit Sports Connection. Once again on Sports Talk 60, we're covering another minor league ball team, which is the West Michigan Whitecaps, still in the Midwest League, an A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers.
Right, we are just outside of Grand Rapids, about 2.5 hour drive from Detroit where we're at, but beautiful ballpark, beautiful neighborhood, a lot of good, friendly people down here. It's nice to be down here.
And we're going to see some good young talent out here, predominantly Colin Kaline and Patrick Leyland, who have ties with the Detroit Tigers.
Exactly. Colin Kaline, who is Al Kaline's grandson. Yep. And we have Patrick Leyland, who is obviously Jim Leyland's son, who is the catcher, just coming off the disabled list. Probably not going to play today, but is going to be working out, and hopefully we'll get to talk to him.
Right, and tonight they'll be playing the Lansing Lugnuts, who happen to be the Toronto Blue Jays A affiliate team. And once again, a couple months ago, we did a story on the Lansing Lugnuts, which was also a great time.
Right, Lansing, a great team, obviously in first place, just kicking some butt right now. Hopefully we'll see a good game between the Whitecaps and the Lugnuts.
And for the dollar, you see a lot of good ball games in the A level. And a lot of these young players are making their way through the Tigers organization, through here, maybe getting to Lakeland, then you get up to Erie, and all the other places before you get to Toledo and the majors.
Right, and these kids are here. They're here to show their power. They're here to show their skills. There's no screwing around running at first. There's hustling. This is a time to watch the games. It's family oriented, like I said, and these guys are busting their butt to move up.
And as a Tiger fan, you would see some of the former Tigers that came through the Whitecaps: Brandon Inge, Matt Joyce, Zumaya, Wilt Crosby, Brendan Bosch, Rayburn, a lot of Tigers, Avila, that come through here.
Right, Kenny Rogers, just to name a few, they've come down
for rehab stints,
rehab stints, for anything that they've needed just to get, one little piece just to get back on their A game and then ship back up.
That's right. So we're going to have some good fun here from the West Michigan Whitecaps.
And the card, please.
Now watch your favorite on-demand shows and movies right on your iPad with the Xfinity TV app. It's a revolutionary new way to watch, only from Xfinity.
As you can see behind us, the West Michigan Whitecaps are taking batting practice. The sweltering weather has kept them out of batting practice for the last couple of days.
Right, 97 degrees right now on the field. And these guys are out here. They got their light shirts on. Obviously, they're dark blue, but they're the little lighter material. And you can tell they're sweating, they're hot, and they're swinging the bat, trying to get ready for tonight's game.
In fact, all week, batting practice has been an option for the players. They can come out and do what they want to do.
Right, there's only 10 guys out here right now, a couple guys out in the field. The heat probably, is keeping them out, but you don't want to get overworked before the game.
And as we know, the Whitecaps are an A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. It's been a while since professional baseball was in Grand Rapids. The Whitecaps arrived from Madison. They were the Madison Muskies. They came in 1994, but it was over 40 years that professional baseball was gone in Grand Rapids area.
Originally, they were in the 1940s. They had a minor league team, and they barnstormed with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah. And Brooklyn Dodgers actually brought out a team the next year after barnstorming, and there was actually a professional women's team called the
Chicks. And those were probably highlighted by the Tom Hanks movie, A League of Their Own, because they played in that league.
Right, and they were the champions 2 years, I think 1953 and 1947. That was probably the big thing. And back then, while the guys were off in war, but then there was a big 40-year gap where there was nothing here, and now they brought it back, and it's a beautiful field, and they love their Whitecaps here.
And that was a good point you made about the men being off the war. The major leaguers were off fighting the war. that league, the Women's Professional Baseball League, was supposed to disband when the men came back from the war, but they kept it going in 1954 before it finally folded.
Right, after the guys came back, Ira Lowenstein actually kept them going for another 7 years, and they obviously had a lot of success with it. So, you know, it's good to see that there's actually a team back in Grand Rapids to play again.
And also during the 50s Negro League here, they had the Grand Rapids Black Sox.
Right, you know, obviously that only lasted a few more years until the breaking of the color barrier in the major leagues, and then it was another 30 years before there was something here.
So it was good that professional baseball has returned to the Grand Rapids area with the West Michigan Whitecaps. And the good thing are, they're one of our Tigers affiliate. I'm here with Ben Chiswick, the media relations for the Whitecaps, and also the radio announcer. So you got to have that voice when you go around town that people recognize you?
Well, you hope so anyway. It's always nice when people recognize your voice around town, but, you know, it's a fun job. You get to see a lot of baseball. You get to be around a lot of fun events, and I really enjoy it.
Now, one thing we like to ask some of the media people like yourself is maybe something that you've covered here as a Whitecaps announcer, maybe something that was just great for you to cover.
Well, one of the fun things about this job is that on one hand, every day is the same, and on the other hand, every day is different. You just never know when you come out to the ballpark what you're going to see. We had a game in Bowling Green, Kentucky about a month ago where our outfielder made a play that got himself #1 on SportsCenter's top 10. And it was really an amazing sequence. He hit a grand slam in the third inning. They gave us a 4-2 lead by the end of the game. And then the other team, they had the bases loaded, 2 outs, 9th inning. Their guy hits a ball that looks like it's going to be a walk-off grand slam for them. And he jumps up over the wall, makes the catch, brings it back to save the day, save the game. And at the time, we were also battling for a playoff spot. So, you know, you see a play like that, and you don't even know what to say on the air sometimes. It's just so remarkable and astounding. And then to go home that night and hear that it was #1 play on SportsCenter here down in Class A baseball, you don't get a lot of that. So that was certainly a very exciting moment.
Now, do you idolize any other radio announcers, anybody you looked up to that maybe didn't get to meet or you met and said, man, that was just the best announcer ever?
Well, I grew up in Chicago, so I grew up listening to, you know, obviously Harry Carey and then Pat Hughes in more recent years, and I think Pat Hughes is one of the best Major League broadcasters I've ever heard. Dan Dickerson in Detroit, who I've gotten to know and gotten to hear a lot of since coming over to the Whitecaps here in Michigan. You know, Dan Dickerson is one of the best, too. One of the tough things about working in baseball is that we all kind of work the same hours, so sometimes it's hard to listen to big league guys and listen to other broadcasters, but I try to tune on Dickerson in the car if I'm driving home from the ballpark, or if one of us has a night game, the other one has a day game, and try to pick up as much as I can from guys like Dan Dickerson and Pat Hughes.
Hughes and Harry Carey. I didn't think you were that old. From the West Michigan Whitecaps with Ben Chiswick, the radio announcer and media relations.
I'm here with Ben. Ben obviously knows quite a bit about the ballpark here. Ben, the flagpole in center field is just amazing to me. What exactly is up with that?
Well, it's also a cell phone tower that they put in here a couple years ago at the ballpark to help with cell phone reception, obviously. 120 feet tall, and the flag on top of it is 20 by 30, so one of the biggest flagpoles and American flags in all baseball. And I tell you what, especially when you got, you know, opening day or 4th of July or Memorial Day, Labor Day, it's just a great sight to see.
Ben, it's just amazing to look out at it. Anything ever get put up there that shouldn't be?
I'm not sure exactly where you're going with that, but no, I haven't seen anything but the flag up there.
Okay. Here in West Michigan with Colin Kaline. How you feeling today? You've been on a DL?
Yeah, I've been on the DL. You know, it's been a slow process, but you know, I'm starting to feel really good, and you know, I'm excited to get back on the field.
Now, pretty new in professional baseball here. Did you have a favorite team or favorite players when you were growing up?
The Tigers by far are my favorite team. Growing up in Metro Detroit, you know, my grandfather being involved with the Tigers organization, you know, I was always a huge Tigers fan. You know, through the thick and thin, you know, there was a lot of years where it was painful watching them, you know, not having a push for the playoffs. But now it's, you know, been exciting. They're a contender every year, and it's been really exciting.
I remember a lot of those seasons. And you mentioned, obviously, your grandfather, Hall of Famer, Detroit Tiger Al Kaline. Does he tend to give you any advice, or does he kind of take the hands-off, laid-back approach to you?
He's been very hands-off to a certain extent. You know, as I started getting older and I started prodding him with questions, you know, you can see his face kind of light up because he wants to help. And, you know, it's a great resource for anyone to have. And, you know, to be able to lean on someone like that for life issues and for on-the-field issues is great. And you know, he's been instrumental along with my father and helping me develop into the player I am today.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you got drafted late 2000 and you stayed in college, correct?
I got drafted in 2007 out of high school and opted to go to Florida Southern and end up getting my degree, and was fortunate enough that the Tigers picked me again, and you know, that's a thrill being picked by them, and there's a couple other teams calling, and when the Tigers finally picked my name, you know, it was a special moment.
Well, you figure your grandfather, 22 years, always played his career in the Tigers, and one unique thing about him, never went to the minors.
Never went to the minor leagues, so it's kind of a little joke, you know, something I'm doing that he never got to do, which, but, you know, I mean, baseball's baseball, and, you know, it's great to keep the family name in the Tigers organization.
Now, do you feel any pressure being the grandson of Al Kaline, or is kind of all that surpassed?
It surpassed me now. I did when I was younger, you know, before I'd completely established myself and was comfortable as myself, as my own player. But, you know, I think it helps playing a different position. You know, I'm a smaller guy, so I have a different style game than he did. So, you know, people are always going to say things, positive or negative, and you kind of just got to stay even keel and just go along with it, because I know my teammates believe in me, and for the player I am.
Down at Fifth Third Ballpark with West Michigan Whitecap catcher Pat Leyland. How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing good. I just got off the DL. Been DHing a little bit, so feeling good.
All right, how's your summer been going? Almost through the first half. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's been great. Grand Rapids has been really fun. I'm living downtown with a couple of buddies, and we're really loving Grand Rapids. The fans are coming out and being really supportive, and we hope to play some good ball for them in the second half.
And I'm sure you hear this question all the time. With the heat and the pressure, with your dad being the major league coach, how do you feel about that?
You know, I don't put too much into it. I try to just go about my day-to-day business, you know, as everybody else does. It really doesn't affect too much of what I do and what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to get better and continue to try to move up the ladder.
Pat, I play baseball still, and I'm a catcher. Days like this, it's just hot. And what do you do to warm up and get ready for a game?
You know, it's tough. Our strength coach, Marcus, has been really adjusting our programs right now with trying to cut back on some things and stay fresh for the games, because, you know, that's where we're required to perform. So we're trying to cut back a little bit on stuff. You know, we're showing up to the ballpark a little bit later and just trying to stay rested and, you know, it really starts the night before, getting a good night's sleep, you know, eating well and stuff like that.
Okay, well, there we go. A couple words of wisdom from Pat about getting ready for the game, and hopefully back on the rehab schedule. See him up in the majors someday.
No, I sure hope so.
All right, thank you again, Pat.
Anytime.
Yuvers, can you pause this on demand show so we can watch it upstairs?
Yeah, right. Like, that's even possible.
We can do it at my house, and we can watch DVR stuff on the new TV, too.
What are you, from the future?
No, she's from across the street. They have Xfinity from Comcast.
The future's across the street? Please tell me Pat Boone is still touring.
Who?
When you said goodbye, ain't that a shame? Forget the rest of the words.
U-versus old phone wires can't handle what Xfinity can. Visit Xfinity Can to learn more.
If you come down to the West Michigan, Kevin, and you're really starving, for $20, you get a Fifth Third burger.
$20 for a burger, and it's only 5,000 calories.
And it's 300 grams of fat.
You know, I usually eat that just for breakfast.
Right, or snack, obviously. But if you eat this thing, Kevin, you get to go on the picture wall and have your picture to be shown throughout the whole ballpark.
27 people, well, actually 26 people have done it this year, and one person a lot of people know, Adam Richmond.
Oh, yeah, from the TV show. But when I look at this, I don't think I have 300 grams of fat in a month of food.
That is amazing. Just the numbers on this, I don't know what you would call it.
We actually found a family here that ate the big Fifth Third burger, and tomorrow they'll be making an appointment with the cardiologist, but we have the Briegel family from up here, and they did it as a team effort. They divided into fours, I guess?
Yep, we did.
And how was it?
It was huge.
It was huge?
But it was really good.
It was very, very good.
Now, do you realize this thing has over almost 5,000 calories and 300 grams of fat?
Yeah.
That's gross.
That's pretty good.
Probably at your age, that doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all, I don't think.
Now, what was the worst part of it? I say probably the tomato and the lettuce is probably the worst part of this whole thing, right?
Yeah, it fills you right up, and it's definitely all the fat.
And how was the burger itself?
It was great.
Burger was good.
Great. It was great.
And is that the Hormel chili they put on the bottom?
Yes, I believe so. It was good.
And how long did it take? Now, they say it takes an average of maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes for somebody to devour this by themselves. Now, how long did it take you guys?
We were pretty hungry. We did it in about 10 minutes as a group.
About 10 minutes. Yeah, definitely.
Now, did you guys starve yourself for a week? Did you say, hey, we're going to the Whitecaps game. We're going to get one of these Fifth Third burgers with 300 grams of fat and 5,000 calories. Let's not have Mom cook for a week. Did any of that go down?
Yeah.
No. We came here because my daughter's a big Kirk Cousins fan. So the Fifth Third burger was is an afterthought of getting here.
So is this something that you could buy and take home and live on it for a couple days?
Oh, no thanks.
No. How do you guys feel after eating this thing?
Full.
Yeah, very full.
Stuff. It was good.
We're getting fuller by the minute. Yeah.
Is there room for the big Fifth Third ice cream cone coming up in the third inning?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Is that true? She said.
Is that for real?
She's trying to keep her figure for Kirk Cousins because he's throwing out the first pitch today. So there we have the Briegel family. Where are you from again?
Whitehall.
Whitehall. And they're enjoying the game here. They'll probably by second inning be sleeping, obviously, with the 300 grams of fat and the 5,000 calories. But there you go. A team effort to eat this big burger. We're yet to find somebody by themselves to eat it today, but hopefully we will. Here we are. We actually found 3 individualists who are trying to tackle the Fifth Third burger on their own. And what's your name?
This is messy. Chris.
It's Chris.
Matt.
And at the end?
Dan.
We got Dan at the end. Now, this looks fun. Now, you guys know this has 300 grams of fat and almost 5,000 calories, right? This can keep you up for days.
I'm going to get, like, cancer.
Well, you know, the worst part of this thing is the tomatoes and the lettuce, probably. That's probably what ups the fat grams.
That's what's it, yeah.
The 5 or 6 hamburgers, the sauce, the nachos, the cheese, the Hormel chilies, that's probably the good part.
Well, you know, I'm a runner, and I don't know if I can run this off.
Now, you started at 7:18. You started at 7:16, and now is this the first time you guys done this?
Yes.
Yep.
And what intrigues you to do this? Is it because you want the picture on the wall, or are you guys just hungry?
Peer pressure.
I do enjoy eating.
You do enjoy eating. So now, what are you guys thinking? Are you guys shooting for a time span that you're going to be done with this thing? I mean, it's 7:18. It's like 7:22 now. You're looking at by the third inning?
I'm trying to just get it over with as fast as possible, and then I can go remove the burger from my body.
Is that going to be surgically removed?
Probably.
Probably. Now, what are you washing it down with?
Some Sierra Mist is what we're doing over here.
And are you guys sharing this drink?
No.
No, whose drink is it?
It's mine, but I'm not drinking it.
You're not going to drink it? It's going to fill up the stomach a little bit more? So are you zooming in on this? Do you actually see what this is? I mean, I probably couldn't devour this in like a week. And I don't think 300 grams of fat on my body would be that good. And 4,000 calories, I'd probably be up for like days. And you said you're a runner?
Yeah, that's right.
And how far? Are you going to run like from here to Toledo and back?
Who knows?
No?
Gotta go back to Chicago.
So who do you think's going to be the first to finish? Obviously, there you go. Danny brought the fan group in, and you can see Danny is eating all the condiments out, the meat, the lettuce, the tomato, and he's leaving the bun for last. This guy has a different strategy, a little bit more. He says fork and knife it. This guy, he's going with the messy approach right here. So we're going to check back on these guys at 8 o'clock, and we're going to set them all with a cardiologist appointment on Monday just so they can visit. For Sports Talk 60 at Fifth Third Park, these 3 guys attempting to get the Fifth Third burger.
Obviously, tonight we're having a few people try to eat the big burger. We have a husband-wife team. What's your name and where are you guys from?
Samantha and Craig Groff Folsom, and we're from here in Grand Rapids.
Okay, Greg, you're trying to eat it by yourself, away from the rest of the fans over here. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I'm kind of surprised at how good I feel through the first quarter here. So,
Have you ever eaten anything this big before?
well, we've split this before, so I'm kind of familiar with how much food is there. So I'm feeling pretty good.
You're about 13 minutes in. Are you going for a record, or are you just trying to finish it?
Just trying to finish by the end of the game.
How's he going to feel after he's done?
I hope awesome.
Now, who's going to be driving home?
That would be me.
Obviously, you're eating by yourself. You got nothing to drink. Is there some kind of a plan with this?
Well, eventually I'm going to need a giant Diet Pepsi or something to wash it down. So
You understand the Diet Pepsi with no calories is not going to make up for the 4,889 you're putting in right now.
that's true. It's a good thing I own a treadmill.
There you go. Any suggestions? Anything? Any advice?
No, marry somebody who's awesome, and you'll get something really awesome to watch at a ball game.
There you go. Well, good luck for both of you, and thanks for being on.
It's fun to watch a funny show, whether you're at home or on the go. It's fun to catch up on the twists they're talking about. It's fun to watch new movies right away. They're on demand, not on delay. If you're through with satellite, come on and shout. It's fun for you. It's fun for me. Come on, everybody, to Xfinity. Come on, everybody, to Xfinity.
And Molly is going to interview Kirk.
One of the cool features here at Fifth Third Ballpark is the orange seats from Tiger Stadium. John and I just happen to be sitting in Kaline's seat, Ty Cobb's seat. I have Kirk Gibson next to me, and you have
Ernie Hartwell
next to him. So one of the attractions, like I said, is one lucky attendee or a party of four is able to sit here and sit in a seat that could be possibly 40, 50 years old.
That's right. So what a thrill of sitting in a seat that was once in Tiger Stadium, a ballpark that was over 100 years old. No contest, no nothing. You just come in, and if this happens to be Section 117, this row, you get the 4 seats of history.
Right, and dark blue seats in front of us, light blue behind us, and 4 orange seats right in the middle, right behind home plate.
Now, I wonder how most people will think that these seats were in Tiger Stadium. You think they know that?
I think if you're really a Tiger fan, I truly believe they do.
Do you think anybody wanders in and says, how come there's dark blue, light blue, and 4 orange ones?
Well, I think we did.
Yeah, but we knew that these seats came from Tiger Stadium. We knew it because we grew up in that ballpark.
We're here at Fifth Third Ballpark with Josh, who runs the manual scoreboard. Josh, how'd you get into this?
Well, I've known the Whitecaps for a long time, and as soon as I saw in the paper that they were going to be building this scoreboard and the video board, I was like, wow, that's something I'd really want to do. It's just such a kick back to the old days of baseball, and I called them up and said I'd definitely be interested in it, and I got the job.
Do you know, is there any other scoreboards like this in the minor leagues?
In the minor leagues, I think there's a few. I'm not exactly sure where they are, but yeah, there's a couple. But this one is it's new and it's kind of higher up and not underneath anything, so it's definitely got a perfect view out here.
I see you're out here by yourself. Are you always by yourself, or is there somebody with you?
No, it's just me. So it can be kind of busy and warm as it is right now on a 95-degree day, but I love it. I love being busy and staying on top of things and watching the game and listening to the game on the radio, so it's perfect.
Is there anywhere else in this ball field that you would rather be, or is this it?
No, this is it. I mean, like I said, I got the perfect view, just straight out in left center here, and get to listen to the game and watch it and grab the numbers and put them in when I have to. Hopefully a little breeze gets going.
Any bigger aspirations to maybe work at like Fenway Park or anything like that?
Maybe. I guess if the right timing came, then yeah, sure, that'd be great. But right now I'm just happy being here in Midwest and getting things done.
There you go. Great view from the ballpark from the scoreboard. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have some special guests with us tonight at the Whitecaps game. The 501st, the Darth Vader Special Forces tonight. They've taken some time from chasing the Rebels against the Galaxy to help out on a very special fundraising event tonight for the Whitecaps, which is?
The Whitecaps Community Foundation.
The Whitecaps Community Foundation. And you guys are planning on raising a lot of money for this?
Yes, we hope so.
And this is the first time you're doing it this season?
For the Community Foundation, yes. This is our 7th season with the Whitecaps.
And I know all across the state that the 501st do a lot of things for charity.
Yes.
And our special guest here, you're taking your time out today, giving the Rebels a break for you can help out in this cause. And we saw you throw the first pitch out. That was absolutely great.
Pretty magnificent. The force was strong, yes.
The force was strong tonight. The pitch did make it across. The catcher got it. And you actually have a good curveball.
Well, I think he was a rebel catcher. That was the problem.
He was a rebel catcher. There you go, right there. And what's the favorite thing about tonight?
Excuse me?
Your favorite thing about tonight?
My favorite thing are all the fans we have out here supporting the Whitecaps Foundation as well as Star Wars in general.
And we know they're all big Darth Vader and General Grievous fans, right?
Yes, of course they are.
Darth Vader fans too, and Princess Leia and all the stormtroopers and everybody else. So we're having fun here. Right now, we're actually escaping the tyranny of this man. He's got a loving heart tonight, though, folks, from the Whitecaps up here in Fifth Third Park for Sports Talk 60, your Detroit Sports Connection. So with me, I have Diane and Michelle. They're with the Life EMS, the medics here. They're on standby for the Fifth Third Burger eaters, just in case something happens. You can see they're ready to go, folks. They got their ice cream. They're ready to go. They're standing by here. What do you guys think of this whole fiasco about this big burger thing?
They can have them.
They can have them?
I agree.
Now, do you guys know that it has over 300 grams of fat and 5,000 calories?
That's about one meal worth, yeah.
Actually, that's about the size of an ice cream sundae here at the West Michigan Stadium. These actually contain 400 grams of fat and 732,000 calories.
I agree.
So you guys will probably have to schedule yourself for a cardiologist exam on Monday also.
No, we'll just take a walk.
You just take a walk? So what happens if something happens here tonight? Will you guys spring into action? Will you dump the ice cream? Will you finish the ice cream? You get your little call on your walkie-talkie thingy, and you guys go into action, correct?
Correct.
No, we'll have to ditch our ice cream.
You have to ditch it? There's no time to save it?
No, you can do both.
All right, we're just about at an hour, and we have one bite left. How you feeling?
Very good.
He says, getting a little cold, and it's doing a lot better than he thought it was going to be. So here we go, the one last bite. Sure you don't want to try licking the plate? No. And then you get, here's the shirt. I don't know if you want to grab that with them hands. Call 911. Tell everyone I did it. That is awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And he'll always know.
There you go, 4,889 calories. That's one heck of a trip to the ballpark. He's full. Ain't nothing you could say. He's speechless.
Here we are. We're going to update our three gentlemen that we originally got. Hey, guys, just for you know, Craig finished his. And it looks like you guys are close. How do you feel?
Pretty bad.
And Chris?
It's not that I can't eat it. It's just the tomatoes, and all I taste right now is tomatoes, nacho cheese, and sour cream.
The tomatoes are the bad part.
That's the bad part.
And how you feeling down here?
I feel disgusted.
You feel disgusted?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Good luck. Craig's already done with his. In fact, Craig ate 2 of them tonight. So, you guys, we wish you luck. You got a lot of bread left here, young man. And then you got a lot walking it off to do. So there you go for Sports Talk 60, where knowledge comes to play.